Ah, ah, that. See, welcome. Greetings and salutations to another wonderful episode of Gamma Blerds. Your boy Trey proper here in an undisclosed location. Don't ask no questions. All right, mind your business. Anyway, do you think, dude?
Hello, everyone. It's your once former and future king here representing the black nerdedom that we represent on a weekly basis when we aren't going through adult life shit. How are you all? How are you all, my loyal subjects?
That's what I have to deal with. All right, so we got a great show lined up for you guys here today. Checking out the comments before we get started. Let's fucking go from Big Herbito. He has to go to the Mrs. birthday party. That's why he's not here with us today. Happy birthday, TD. And yeah, see Genocide Circus. What you can't hear? What is that? I see an emoji for here. Anyway, if you can't hear me, say something. I'm pretty sure our producer will tell us. Anyway, this week was a great week for nerddom in the DMV area. We had the, I don't even know what number this is, but we had BlerDCon 2025. That's what happened at the, where was it at? I didn't go. Fortunately, I couldn't make it. I had to work. Where was it at?
Isn't Alexandria? I believe at that's the Hyatt Regency in Alexandria.
Is that where it is? Okay. I thought they moved it.
No. Well, Arlington. Arlington, Alexandria isn't Arlington.
Okay.
But no, they didn't move it. They just moved the month. They moved it from July to March.
That's right.
And
yeah.
according to Hilton, it will be in March going forward. So
okay, that works. So we gotta have CatsaCon in this area in February, and then we have BlerDCon in March. Getting all our tax money. Okay. So we did have our very own Herbito. He's not Latino. Anyway, he actually made it down. He had dropped a good video for us on our channel, and make sure you guys go check him out, give him a like, show some love, and we'll get on from that. I did see the announcement though that they're going to do. Okay, I was almost said. I almost said it. So I've been talking to my fiance about Greek food for a minute. So I was about to say Greek Nick, like no, that's not right. And I actually had it in our notes as Greek Nick, but it's Geek Nick is what is going to be a theme for 2027. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I think
2026. 2026. It's 2025.
Damn. Okay, 26. Damn it. What is going on?
This presidency is fucking people up, boy. God damn.
Yeah.
This nigga done missed a whole year.
No. These 4 years, though. I'm trying to get through these 4 years.
Geek Nick is an interesting premise in my mind, because of the connotation with Freak Nick. Like, and you know, most of our parents, because we are older millennials, most of our parents were at Freak Nick or been around Freak Nick or whatever. But I mean, hopefully Geek Nick is just going to be a celebration, and also y'all don't be too weird, man. Like, because I didn't, again, like you said, me and you, we weren't able to participate in BlerDCon this year, but I've seen videos and I keep seeing videos. Hey man, I need you, if y'all want to learn how to, I think I might appeal to Hilton. I might apply to Hilton that we can start our own panel, so we can have a panel for just young men or older men on how to approach women and not be weirdos and not be creeps. You know what I mean? Because a lot of y'all do a lot of staring, and it's just real weird. And stop walking around with your cameras. Yeah, and that exactly, the breathing and the panting and shit. Don't do that. Say hello. Maybe say nice to meet you. Just have a conversation. Don't stare at her cleavage. You know what I mean? Maybe she's dressed in her favorite character. Maybe look at her in the eyes. Maybe figure out what she has to say as a woman, and not just as something that you are objectifying and want to, possess, because weirdo shit. And anyway. Well, I'm see about that.
I mean, it's going to be interesting though. Do you think we're going to get sorority and fraternity cosplay versions? Like we're going to have Kappa Power Rangers.
Oh, I'm already going dressed as the Theta Nu.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Checking the comments over on YouTube. Yes, Higher Regency from Herbito. Geek Nick is next year's themes. It's been Geek Nick the last 3 to 4 years. Really?
No, he's talking about. See, again, more of that weirdo creep energy and shit that I was talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Definitely a class that's needed from Ebony Wiggins. Thank you for joining. Make sure you guys drop those likes so we can get these likes up so we can make some money off of this thing. Anyway, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I have to go next year because I hate missing out on it. It's like I had planned to do it, but it was a lot of stuff to happen for me. I'm not gonna make excuses.
I will be booking my room and buying my ticket again in the next month or so.
For next year. Oh wow. Okay.
Yes.
I still got a wedding to plan. I can't put my money. I gotta have a conversation.
Okay.
Anyway. But I'm gonna be there. One way or another, I'm gonna be there. But yeah, speaking of other major events this week, we had a big ass yard sale. Did you hear about the yard sale, Rick? Were you excited? Did you get out there? Did you go buy yourself a new car?
So, all right. First off, everybody read my shirt. Just read my shirt. Just read it right there. You can see it. Y'all see it. Read it right there. We are now we live in the movie Idiocracy. We are living that. Like, everybody was making that joke when Hulk Hogan showed up at the Republican National Convention. No, we're living it because the president just had an extended car ad on the front lawn of the White House for his little boyfriend. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The vice president had a big car ad for the president on his car company on the lawn of the White House. Like, every day since this next term of Trump has started, every day there's been something. And I swear every day I gotta stop saying this to myself. I'm like, it can't get no worse than this. And every day it gets fucking worse. We already had the borderline malice at the White House with the whole Zelensky thing, and JD Vance just being a big flappy sopping wet baby asking, "Did you even say thank you?" But now this is atrocious, man. And I don't understand how anybody who considers themselves to be MAGA or a Republican can justify any of this, because this is absolute dog water. This is trash. This is atrocious. He's literally hawking Teslas. Oh, by the way, I flipped off 3 Cybertrucks on my way home from work today, so I'm still winning.
Good job.
But yeah, like this is atrocious, man. Like, we've never seen no shit like this, because we are literally at a point in we're living history every day, and it's fucking exhausting.
Facts. Elonia Muskrat he's living the dream right now. He's got the world in the pocket, in the palm of his hand. He's got the screenshot. Shout out to was the internet today where they have the screenshot of Trump sitting back and Elon on the side looks like he's giving a road hit. Like, that's like he's doing everything he wants to do. Yes, I'm saying I'm alluding to that fact that he wanted to do that. But it's like fuck a conflict of interest. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. So the next president that we get, whoever it'll be, we're setting ourselves up to no. What it is, Bernie Sanders said it this week on CNN, where he was like, it used to be a country that was standing for the people, by the people, for the people, by the people, for the people, whatever, how the line goes. But it's really now for the billionaire, by the billionaire, to the billionaire. Because I didn't even know this, but he was saying that at the inauguration, we always talk about Zuck, the Amazon guy, I forgot his name, and Elon all there, Bezos, but there were like 16 other billionaires standing behind them. So this is no longer a battle that we can monetarily fight. This is really like we have to get the right people in place to cover our asses, because it's not going to go that way. And like, people will make the joke of, oh, well, we only got to deal with this for 4 years. Yeah, you say that now, but by year 2, it's really a possibility that this fucker could try to extend it or make it a true royalty situation. Like, I'm terrified. I'm fucking terrified.
There have already been Republican senators trying to push forward bills to make it so that he can have a 3rd term, because he didn't have a consecutive 2nd term. They were already started it. Also, again, Project 2025. They're trying to get rid of elections. Also, real quick, this is in my notes. I wanted to mention this. There is a website called Project 2025 Tracker. please, I implore you all, go and have a look. Go look it up. Go see where we're at as far as it goes with Project 2025 and what they've checked off and what they've already accomplished.
I just typed PROJ and that jump popped right up.
Right up.
Yo, that's scary. That's scary. Okay. All right. Dude. Yeah. USAID is 100% gone. The Department of State is 89%. Yo, okay. All right. That's
Trey, remember 2 years ago when I said I read Project 2025 and it's one of the most diabolical documents I've ever read before? That's why the majority of the time when we have these conversations, when we're not even on the air and we're talking about the stuff, I just start laughing because I read it. I saw what was coming, and everybody's just like, "Oh my God, this is terrible." And I keep saying uniformly, I keep saying everybody's like, "This is terrible. Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening." I'm like, it's gonna get worse, y'all. Mm. It's gonna get so much worse. Mm. They're literally manufacturing a Great Depression right now. If everybody's not paying attention, with the tariffs, with the taking money out of certain departments, Linda McMahon, who is the leader of the Department of Education, basically gave a speech imploring everyone that works for her to help me tank this son of a bitch, to help me end this. And this is where we're at. And there are people talking about, and they're literally taking away funds. They immediately went after special education and those and things that people in those areas need. Like, if y'all aren't scared, if you're not angry at this point, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I don't know what more can be done. Like, we are literally living in the scariest timeline right now. This shit is horrendous. Everything is on fire. Literally, the world is on fire. And I'm supposed to be expected to get up and function and go to work every day and pay bills on time and not fucking cry randomly in my car because I'm driving home because I know what's happening, because I see what's going on around me. You know, like I was having a conversation yesterday and I said, God, I wish I was just ignorant. I wish I was not well read, because it just seems like it's so much more peaceful. It seems like it's just so much easier to just be ignorant and keep flying through this shit. Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I am having fucking breakdowns constantly and consistently. Like, this shit is terrifying to my spirit. And I'm somebody, again, Trey, we growing up together. You know me very intimately. I don't get afraid of shit. I'm not scared of nothing. And this shit fucking scares me.
Yeah. Checking out the comments over on YouTube. Gotta get to one in particular. Don't say anything yet. Shout out to Mahmoud Khalil, Mr. Petty himself, from Thirsty Thursdays. Make sure you check him and Rick out over there on their channels respectively. He says it hasn't been a year yet, and we've dealt with this. This is what we got to deal with now. Lillian Dessou, shout out to her. Check out her Twitch and give her some likes and loves over there, some follows. Well, whatever it is, it's an accident, but it stands. Whatever it was, an accident. Did I say that right? Oh, no, she typoed. I'm like, what the hell? Sorry. Yes, I read aloud what I see. Leave me alone. Genocide Circus. We've been dealing with this with billionaire influence on POTUS since at least HW. I don't know what that stands for. It apparently matters now. No, I disagree. It's mattered all the time. A lot of us have become more aware or become more well read about certain situations as we've gotten older, or more things have been put on the front street. I agree. They've been influencing shit since what, JD Rockefeller back in the day. They've been pushing that shit. But it's now more public knowledge. We now have the internet, and a lot of us didn't have platforms to express ourselves about our discomfort or displeasure about this. That's what's going on now.
Also, so HWs, I'm guessing he means Herbert Walker Bush, George H.W. Bush. Okay. So here's the thing, though, Horace. Like, this is the most overt that it's been. This is the most upfront. This is the most, I don't give a fuck about what y'all think. This is what's happening. Like, me and my billionaire friends are going to run roughshod over you people. We're going to say that we started the Department of Government Efficiency, and we're going to slash shit from everyone. Like, and it's going to affect everyone very, very, like, if you have parents, if you have grandparents who are still around and they have Medicaid or Social Security or any of that shit, that's about to go. How are they going to live? How are they going to survive? You know what I mean? How are they going to get treatment for the illnesses that they have? Like, That shit's about to go under the guise of government efficiency. This fucking son of a bitch said that Social Security is the biggest Ponzi scheme in the history of mankind. What are you fucking talking about, you dumbass? You dumbass. An immigrant is slashing the government and everybody's acting like it's okay. He is not an elected official. He is everything that he's doing. Everything is fucking illegal. That shit matters. We can't just blow it off as, oh, this is the way things have been. This is not how things have been. Nothing has been like this. I don't give a shit what corruption has happened before this presidency, even before his last term. This shit is unprecedented. We are in a incredibly dangerous time because they are not operating under what's best for the American people. Even under George H.W. Bush, yeah, there was some shit that was a little bit janky, but at least for the most part, they were operating with the American lifestyle and pushing for American people. This is rallying people under the guise of patriotism and America first, when really it's greenbacks first and it's billionaires first. They're trying to squeeze blood from stones, and they're getting it. They are going to squeeze us like fucking grapes underneath the wheels of a Mack truck. And if you're not experiencing it right now, clearly you haven't been paying attention.
Yeah.
Clearly.
And don't start at that, oh, we gotta leave, because they're actually putting bans on travel to brown countries again. You're not gonna be able to leave. And the rest of the world don't want to deal with us. We got to deal with this here at home. We got to figure out a way to make this shit right before it's funny because even at this point, we say these things on this show with a little bit of trepidation because anything can happen to you. Case in point, Khalil Mahmoud. He was basically black bagged and
hold up. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Corey Johnson, you said, so what am I going to do about it other than yell? I do a lot of things. Just because I get on the internet on Saturdays and yell about stuff and implore people and try to empower my community and educate people, just because you don't see it doesn't mean that I don't do shit. I do a lot of things. Also, I'm not even going to quantify or justify anything that I do outside of this screen right here, because real shit, you don't know me outside of here other than a few conversations, but I'm out here actually fighting and doing things. So if you really want to have a fucking conversation, we can have a conversation like men, but don't ever just say that I get on the internet and yell. I actually do stuff because keep going.
Keep going. Like, I think that's the thing of this show. We're just going to step on Trey's transitions into new topics. Like, I mean, it's not really new. It's not news. He was detained, and I don't think he's officially been deported as of yet. But shit, Khalil Mahmoud. Did I say it right? I said it right. Okay, cool. Yes, he was a green card holder who was detained for speaking out about this administration. And there's a video that was released. Go ahead.
No, he was one of the organizers of protests for supporting Palestine at Columbia University.
Facts.
I want to make sure that we make sure that we have that correct.
Absolutely. But he's basically, it's like we have the what do you call them? The secret police showing up, and they pointed him out and they got him about it, and he was legally here. So it's not even a matter of immigration or anything like that. It's not even it's a matter of we don't like you, we want you gone. And black people, we got to make sure we keep our eyes open because it could definitely happen to us. It could happen to us or any family members we have out there. Checking out the comments over on YouTube. Let's see. Okay. All right. Yeah, period, Rick. Popcorn. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. The courts blocked the attempt for now. Facts. Yes. So what would you about to say?
He's still in Louisiana away from his wife and family and lawyer. They may have said they blocked it, but Khalil is nowhere near Mahmoud is not near his family. He is somewhere lost. They won't identify where exactly he is. And let's be real. This was the Gestapo. They picked him up for speaking out. these motherfuckers love to run around talking about your freedom of speech and your ability to say things, and I have freedom of speech and I can speak out. But that's what he did. America was founded on protesting and speaking out against injustices for who you are and what you're and fighting for what's right. And that's what he did as a legal American citizen who is here. Again, I'm gonna keep saying he's here legally, and they black bagged him essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
On Saturday, him and his pregnant wife, his 8 months pregnant wife, were going into their apartment, and he was approached by plainclothes agents.
They didn't even like identify themselves.
Right.
And then they said that we don't have to identify ourselves. That is part of the, like, you have to say who you are and what I did wrong. And you have to tell me where we're going. That is a citizen, that is a right. Like, you can't just walk up.
Hey, but everything's okay. You know what I mean? Like, we're just yelling on the internet, but everything's okay. It's all just the same, guys. Nobody panic. It's not like they're picking up people for speaking out for what they feel is right. No, not at all. It's not like people are speaking. It's not like you talk about a genocide that's actually taking place and people say it's a war, but it's actually a genocide and it's cleansing. It's cleansing of a whole fucking ethnic cleansing. Excuse me, but hey. We can't talk about it. We can't say anything about it. Yeah, man. All right, cool.
I hope that these videos that we do, or anyone who's like us, I hope that these videos reach to the outside of the United States, the people who can see it, and hopefully it trickles up or down to where it needs to go, so they understand the general American populace does not agree with what's going on right now. The general American populace, half of us maybe, half of us don't. I'm pretty sure a majority of us that look like this do not. And that's one good thing about, I was talking to this on our game night. That's one thing about Red Book, is that they're getting to see us in our elements and how we really feel and how things really are over here, and how it's really not the land of the free and the home of the brave. It is hard over here. We have to pay for our health insurance. We have we getting taxed out the ass. Everything is hard over here. Not saying it's harder than anywhere else, but because there are still some things that we benefit from as Americans. I'll admit that. But hopefully it doesn't come into an entire anti-American sentiment. It's just, it's not y'all. It's them fuckers in power. That's what it is. But speaking of people speaking out, this is going to be my attempted transition number 2 for today. I don't know what she said because I did not pay attention, but apparently Zoe Saldana got into a little trouble, you said? This is from the notes. What the hell did Zoe do?
Well, let's take a step back.
Okay.
Zoe Saldana was in a recent-ish movie that was number 1 on Netflix for a while. It's the movie called Amelia Perez. Have you heard of this movie? Has anyone in the comments heard of this movie? If so, please write something to say something about it. But I'm going to give a quick synopsis of what this movie is. Amelia Perez is a movie about a cartel leader who wants to have gender reassignment surgery. He wants to transition from a male to a woman. It is made by a French director. I don't know his name. I'm going to give him as much credit and respect as he's given the Mexican culture. I don't know his name. Not going to learn it. Don't really care. It's not shot in Mexico. It's about a cartel leader who is married, has a wife and 2 kids. What's going on? What you need?
I'm listening to the story. I'm like, wait, but it's not. Wait, so it's shot in France? It's a Mexican cartel leader that lives in France.
No. They shot in France, but they tried to make it look like Mexico. And that's one of the problems with the movie is people of the Mexican culture are just like, this doesn't look anything like Mexico. This is you know nothing of our people, and you're not even trying. Most of the actors who are hired for the movie aren't even Mexican. That's the best part about it. So anyway,
It won Oscars?
Yes, it did actually recently at the Oscars. It won a couple Oscars, which again just is spot on for what the Oscars does and what they represent. Listen, I wish Will Smith would have showed up and smacked shit out of somebody again this year. No, so yeah, this cartel leader wants to have gender reassignment surgery. Zoe Saldana plays a lawyer who he kind of kidnaps and coerces into working for him, and you know, hey, I need you to go and find me a doctor. You have all of my money and resources at hand, so go out there and do it. And yeah, and so she does it, finds him a surgeon, and you know, there's more to it. I'm not going to go into too many details. I don't want to go into spoilers for people who may want to go watch this piece of shit. But also, it's a musical, and it's a horrendous movie. Like, this is not a good movie.
How the fuck is it a musical? What? No, see, this. They made this so it's gonna get people canceled because everything in my head is telling me to sing the inappropriate song right now.
Well, so it's a musical. It pays no respect to the Mexican culture. Even the songs are so ridiculous. Like when Zoe Saldana is going with meeting with doctors. At one point, she goes to the Philippines and meets with a doctor, and they're sing talking back and forth, and she's basically her part is I have a client, he'd like your discretion, da 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 da, and the doctor's response is man to woman or woman to man. Those are the lyrics in the song that he's singing. Go ahead. Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Checking the comments on YouTube, Genocide Circus. Did they use the classic yellow filter from Mexico? That's what was killing me earlier.
Yeah. No, they didn't use the man on fire filter.
Did we have any tumbleweeds rolling across the? Anyway, so now, what did she do to get people pissy with her?
So Zoe Saldana just has been Zoe Saldana. You know what I mean? Like a lot of I know some people have had issues with her, like when she took the role of a singer, and she did no real damn it, I forgot who she took the role of. It wasn't damn it. Nina Simone, I believe.
Wow, I didn't even know she did that.
Okay. Yeah, it came on a couple years ago. She did no real research into it, and they made her like she essentially wore like cake makeup on to make herself look darker, and like spoke with like a almost like an Ebonical type accent or whatever, and really didn't do any research or pay any respect to Nina Simone. She's of Puerto Rican descent, and they had her playing a Mexican person. She really didn't do any real. She didn't have a real actual Mexican accent. So she shows no cultural respect to the roles that she takes, and that's just Zoe being Zoe at this point. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now the real problematic person from this movie is the actress who played Amelia Perez. This is a transgender woman, right? So, you know, of course, a lot of people at this point, she was in the running to get the Best Actress Oscar, but then them old tweets came out. And then she started talking. She's one of those people who said that the leader of the Third Reich wasn't a bad person. She's talked shit about all types of ethnicities. Excuse me. She's disparaged Black people. She's disparaged Asian people. She talks shit about George Floyd. Just the whole gambit. Just speed run the whole hate mongering gambit. And so. Yeah, and a lot of people were like, yeah, that's going to cost the movie, and they're going to lose a lot of the Oscars that they're up for. But clearly, it didn't hurt that bad. The only person that hurt was her, and her winning an actual Oscar. But this terrible movie kept that reputation.
I don't understand why people like this don't realize that even if you were to be on that bigoted side of history, you wouldn't have survived. They would have taken you out the moment you tried to transition. Like, what is the matter with you? Like, people make me angry. People make me angry. People aggravate me to no end. How do you, checking the comments on YouTube, Genocide Circus, she's a gem. Nina Simone from Herb. And Genocide Circus, I'm surprised that no one knew this before they nominated the movie. I'm surprised too. Like, how do you nobody? I thought the way Hollywood is set up now, they do a little bit more research on people, but I guess not. So, but then again, it was made in France, so they might not have the same vetting process.
No, there's never really any vetting process for real. There's never really any checking into people's backgrounds. You know what I mean? At this point, it's just let's see if somebody has let's see if somebody who has the wherewithal, who is habitually online, is going to go back and create enough stink about this person's past. You know what I mean? Like there is no real vetting process. It's just let's just hope no one draws attention to this, and let's just hope that we can push this scumbag through this cycle. You know what I mean? It's tragic and it's sad that we live in a damn point where someone who is a part of a community who is basically under attack right now in the world would still have these views. But you know what I mean? I mean, like I always say, all skin folk and kinfolk. You know what I mean? And even though somebody is from damn it, my brain is locking up real quick. But from a community who is basically being terrorized and who is underserved or whatever in the world, they're still going to have asshole thoughts. You know what I mean? And that's the sad part.
Checking the comments on YouTube, Genocide Circus is almost like the nominators didn't vote and were just told to nominate. Facts. I don't think there's any real voting in place. They would open it up to the people if that was really the case. And he also says there's a checklist for what movies get chosen, and this movie ticked all the boxes.
Well, you can actually become someone who's you can be an Academy member who votes. You know that, right? You have an acting credit, right?
I do.
Yeah, if you pay your money to be a part of the
SAG?
Yeah, if you were to pay your money to apply for a SAG card and you get it, yeah, you can go ahead and be on that board because you have acting credit.
Oh, well then shit. I mean, I'll still do it just because that's carte blanche to do that. But yeah,
and then you get the pre-screeners in the mail for all the Oscar movies, and you can watch all those terrible shits for free.
I don't know if I want to do that. Do I have to watch them? If I don't have to watch them, I'll still do it. But if I have to give them an opinion.
But see, then that's the thing though, right? So I'm glad you said what you just said, because that's what keeps the ball rolling. A lot of people will get the pre-screeners and they won't watch all of them and they'll just vote. And then that's how movies like Amelia Perez, who has a cast full of shitheads, continues to win awards. So there we go.
So again, we got to change things. Can't be lazy, even in entertainment. We got to change things from the inside. I'll talk to my cousin Devin about that because I got an acting credit from her. I'm not anyway. You can find me on IMDb. Wink, wink, not judge.
subtle flex.
Anyway, but speaking of horrible stories and things that are definitely going to make you angry. We just saw the trailer for the Stan Lee documentary. From anyone who doesn't know, you've been living on a rock for the last 45 years. Stan Lee was the co-creator of pretty much everything we love about Marvel Comics, him and Jack Kirby. But towards the end of his life, he was basically being mistreated and wrung dry, literally, for every penny he could receive, they could receive from him. One of his personal assistants that was with him during his last couple of years alive actually documented and recorded a lot of video to compile a documentary. I'm sleepy. That's what's going on. I'm sleepy. That's what's going on. That's
we old, man. We old.
Kicking my behind. He said, Devin the dude. Nigga, you know my cousin Devin. You've met her. What are you talking? For y'all don't know, we know Genocide Circus personally. Well, I know him personally. Went to fucking college together. You've met my cousin. Anyway, shout out Devin Nikki Thomas. She's acting all over the place. She's on Stars right now. What does that show she's on? Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Stan Lee documentary. How do you... See, stop distracting me. Stan Lee doc. How you feel about it?
So real quick, that wasn't that was the trailer for his GoFundMe because he needs additional funds to try and finish the documentary. I actually, speaking of doing something, I actually contributed $50 to his GoFundMe when I first saw that trailer because this needs to be made. And the trailer made me sad.
Yeah,
the trailer made me sad, and we need to do a better job of protecting our heroes and checking in on the people who, the good people who have provided so much enjoyment to us, and be you nerd, be you Blerd, be you whatever, be you any of that. we need to do a better job of protecting the truly good people out there. And for everything, like minus whatever happened in the past, you know, I mean, whatever downfalls of like Marvel going bankrupt and having to sell off things and all those. Stan Lee was one of the truly good people, one of the truly good human spirits out there, and even into his last days, you know what I mean? Even though all of this stuff was going on in the background, when you see him, he was still excelsioring and, you know, still encouraging people to get out there and dream and do their best and keeping and not losing that fighting spirit to do better as a human being. But then you see something like this, and you see glimpses of these people, these assholes who are just completely mistreating and using and abusing someone who again was just a truly amazing spirit and an amazing soul, and it makes you upset, man. Like this is one of those things that if it does get made, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to invest in it, but I know it's just gonna make me mad and it's gonna piss me off, man. It's gonna piss me right the fuck off because even like you watched a bit of the trailer before we started shooting this, and just like even like watching your reactions to some of the stuff that you're seeing, you're just like, yo, what is this, you know? And so yeah, I'm gonna watch it, I'm gonna pay for it, but it's just, man, it's a rough one.
Yeah, and to tag along with what you're saying, yeah, we should protect our heroes, but also to a greater extent, I think we need to protect our elderly. I think that there shouldn't be a situation where somebody, if you take care of your own, they should be covered. When my grandmother, your granddad, we would never allow somebody to be able to do those things to them. It would be blood on the streets. Like there's no fucking way you're doing that. And it's unfortunate that I think him and his wife only had a daughter, correct? They only had one daughter. And I think they had a falling out before he passed, and they weren't getting along. So he didn't have those people around him to kind of block him. That's why we got to make sure we keep our families together. We got to make sure we are uplifting and upholding and supporting our elderly members of our communities or our families to make sure they're safe and taken care of. Because I couldn't imagine somebody leaning over my grandma, leaning over your granddad, or anybody, and say, "Yeah, I'm going to milk you for every penny that you have." All four of them that are left, I will slit his throat. It's that simple. And smile my buckshot.
Like you can you imagine like you let's say you have a falling out with an elder in your family that you're really close to. I'm not going to name anybody directly, but you have a falling out, and then years later you see a video of some fucking vulture standing over them, forcing them to do an ad read, or they're at a meet and greet and they're clearly tired, they're exhausted, they want to eat, they just want to, yeah, and it's just like, no, you got 2 more hours, sit your ass down. Like, no, no, I will William Wallace that ass. Like, there's no way. Like it is troubling to me what people are willing to do for $1.
Yeah.
And who they're willing to do it to for $1. It's crazy. You know what I mean? And it's upsetting and it's vile and it's disgusting. And these people need to be dealt with in whatever fashion that they're dealt with in. Because this is truly upsetting, but also this is something that needs to be seen. Right? Yeah. So that we don't let it happen again.
So yeah, and also when you get a chance, make sure you put that. We do have a Discord, Gamma Blerds Discord. Make sure you, if you can, Rick, when you get a chance, drop that GoFundMe in our ground zero, so we can get other people to support that would like to see it, help it grow, so it can do more. Y'all know what the tagline is. All right, moving on to our main entertainment portion of the evening. This week has been pretty damn good in the world of comic books when it comes to live action entertainment. Daredevil Born Again. What is this? Well, technically, this would be season 3 of the original thing. Yeah. So
technically this is season 4.
Season 4, episode 3, because it's all running together. Spoilers for. No, I'm not gonna spoil it. But I don't know. Can we spoil it? It's on. All right. Cool. Yeah, it's been a week. Okay.
We talking about this?
Yeah. Shout out to what was the guy's name? White Tiger. Fuck.
Hector Ayala.
There we go.
No, Hector Ayala is the character's name. The actor's name is Camar de los Reyes.
Yes. Shout out to him. He did an amazing job. I think that he was powerful and moving in his acting in this. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, R.I.P. to him.
I said that.
No, you
Didn't
said
I
shout
say-
out. You said shout out to him.
I thought I said damn it, I am tired. I am tired. I've been busy. Anyway, this so if you didn't see this one, of course, is dealing with the episodes of one, dealing with the issues from 1 and 2, where his character, the White Tiger, was actually put in jail and accused of murdering a New York City cop, throwing him onto the train tracks when he really slipped. But it was a dirty cop and a dirty shakedown that went bad. And this one hit all the notes for me. Like we got to see Matt in the courtroom predominantly. We haven't seen him in the suit since episode 1. But we got to see him working his magic in the courtroom, and I think that's one of the best things that was happening in the comics is they didn't solely focus on the superhero aspect of things. I do love to see that, and I know we're going to get more. We're going to let him cook. Hell, Bullseye's coming back, and we also got who's the other fucking villain? Shit, forgot his name. Reaching for it.
Muse.
Muse. There we go. Yes. Muse is going to definitely make an appearance, and if you don't know about Muse, I don't know what to tell you. That shit is going to be sickening. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. I was kind of hoping that we would get more of the Daredevil Born Again comics aspects. Like I wish that Foggy Nelson was still alive. If you didn't know, he passed away in episode 1, so I'm not spoiling much. But he got killed by Bullseye, and then because in the comic, Karen Page goes on her own adventure and ends up spilling the beans that Matt is Daredevil. But we already had that spilled in the original Netflix series. So it's just a little that is my only little disappointment that happened there. But overall, I like where it's going. I do want to know if Karen is still going to be going down a road of redemption to get herself back up as Matt does, and then eventually they come back together like they did in the comics. So hopefully that does happen. But what were your thoughts about this episode?
So Karen is in San Francisco right now. It's like she moved to San Francisco, so she might be out there working with She-Hulk. I wonder if they're dishing about Matt and Bit. Anyway, real quick. So I'm going to take an opportunity to kind of shout out somebody because I saw her take on the show. Fantastic Frankie had a really good point about the show where she was just like,
"Are we not beefing with Frankie now? We're not beefing with Frankie after the Wanda situation." Anyway,
the beef is always there, but I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. She says she kind of wishes the show didn't compare itself or say that it was a continuation of season of the Netflix series because it is, but also it isn't. You know what I mean? We're getting a lot more of courtroom procedural and seeing Matt Murdock be who Matt Murdock is in the courtroom. Like we're getting the whole character and not just like glimpses of it. You know what I mean? That's one of the things that I find is really, really beautiful about the show. And like, that's one of the things that hits home about it. It's like, I find myself, on the edge of my seat with the courtroom stuff and with the procedural drama and all of that stuff and seeing how good Matt is when it is in the courtroom. Like I really, really enjoy that. I love this show. Like I'm really into it 3 episodes in, but also the fact that this show has the balls to address something that has been a point of contention with me for about 10 to 15 years. And that is the whole cult of Punisher thing amongst the cops. I hope they bring in some military people who also, because like, you see all of these people when they run around, they got the Punisher insignia and they run the patches and they all, yeah, I'm the Punisher, bro. Yeah, and the whole time, I know, Trey, I know you have the same thought that I do. The whole time you're looking at it, it was like he would shoot you in the face and not even think twice about it because you're a piece of shit. You guys have no idea about that character or what Frank represents in any of that, but you think, oh, he shoots criminals, I'm like him. No, dickhead. No, you are not. You are the criminal. You're the bad person. You're the one that he's going to do away with. The fact that this show has the balls to address that, I'm literally on the edge of my seat and salivating, waiting for Frank to show back up and start doing away with him because it's coming. Especially after the way that episode 3 ended and they had the little knockoff, it had the little wish.com Punisher vest that that looked a little bit off, you know what I mean?
Like fresh paint, spray paint. Yeah, you just put that on there.
Right. You did that in your garage, in your car hold. But it's not real. But no, yeah, I'm loving it. I wish we would have got to see a little bit more of Hector Ayala, but also there was a tease of his niece in the courtroom. And of course, we all know the niece picks up the amulet and becomes the next iteration of White Tiger. So maybe we get to see that towards the end of the show. But yeah, man, like, yeah, episode 3 had me in all my feels at the end of it, and especially when they had the tree frog sound over the credits.
I dropped a tear. I ain't gonna lie, I dropped a tear.
I was like, oh, you're Black Panther in me. You're Wakanda forever in me. You're sons of bitches.
You know, all the Boricas that are out there that were watching, they were loving it. Checking out the comments over on YouTube. Genocide Circus says, can't wait for Bruce Willis's family to make a doc for him. I've heard some things about Bruce that are on both sides of the fence, so I don't know about that. But I'll watch it when it comes out. I ain't gonna get no money to it. He also says, I don't think it was Frank. Nobody said it was Frank. We know it's not Frank. That was not Frank. Frank wouldn't have taken him out because that would mean Frank was on the side of the police, which goes against what we know to be Frank Castle. Like, there's no way. He's going to come in, he's going to have a philosophical argument with Daredevil. Well, I think that they're probably going to leave something behind that may implement or make you think that it's Frank. Sorry, I couldn't think of the big word in my brain because I'm tired. Make you think it's Frank, and that leads to Daredevil tracking him down and be like, did you kill him? Did you take him out? I think that's what's going to happen. But no, Frank's going to be like, they did what? In my name? Oh, yeah. Everybody's got to go. Everybody's got to fucking go.
Right. I was gonna say, like, to the uninitiated who just saw the hood and the vest walking away, they're probably gonna think it's the Punisher. But to the initiated, to those of us who know, you're sitting there just like, look at this posing. You're gonna die really horribly. Like, Frank's gonna do something really terrible to you, and I can't wait to watch it.
Frank's gonna string him up and take bamboo to his fingernails. That's what's going to happen. It's gonna be war crime levels of shit.
Also, I have a question for you, Trey, about the series. Also, how do you feel about the dynamic of Wilson and Vanessa? Because you can't call him the Kingpin right now because he's not the Kingpin right now.
He's not.
But how do you feel about that?
So because, of course, I wish it was a little bit more canonical, but that means Vanessa will be in a coma right now. She ain't waking up no time soon. I like it. Take my comic hat off for a second. I like it. I enjoy that juxtaposition between the two of them. I think that ultimately he's going to have to kill Vanessa. He's going to have to kill her, and he's going to break his heart, and then that's going to make him snap, and then we get what is that comic where he takes over New York? We're gonna get damn it. Huh?
I don't know why the thing King's Reign is coming to me.
It's something Rain. Is it Dark Reign? It might be Dark Reign. But where he gets the demon and he becomes a problem. Kingpin trashes everybody. So
I think Vanessa right now is the Kingpin. Like, because I think she's like, you know how he sent his right hand man went to go meet with those gangs and he told him to pay him off. I don't think Wilson sent him. I think she sent him.
She probably did. But that's like in episode 1 when he walks in the room after, coming back. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, we know what to do. He's still Wilson Fisk. He's still that dude. He's going to sit atop that throne. Now, Marvel MCU could do the whole pulling the rug from under us and make it so that she's the new Kingpin completely. She has on a white suit with the lapel and everything and the cane and kills off classic. It's cool. He'll meet Mary and fall in love and forget about Vanessa. We're not gonna talk about Typhoid Mary right now. We're not going down that. I have a big comic brain too. Yeah. Anyway, but
I remember my first comic.
But yeah, like it would be interesting to see that, but who knows? And then so it also leaves out, because they met in season 2 or 1, whatever. That leaves out the possibility of having Fisk's kids come in. So it's a lot of things that aren't going to happen because Fisk does have kids. But it's one of two ways: either he's killing her or she's killing him, because he already found out she cheated on him. She was already fucking somebody else. It's like, oh yeah, please don't kill him. Dude's been dead. Dude been dead. Like,
he killed him when he got back in town.
Yeah, that was the first thing he did. Driver, stop here. I'll be right back. And then, but what could also play a part in it, because Ben Urich played a big part in the Born Again series for Daredevil. Is his daughter or his niece?
His niece.
His niece. So I think they're going to put her in that role where you already see the snippets, the vignettes where she's taking video clips from different people around the city and seeing how they feel. She's been reintroduced to have the interview with Fisk. And then as things go out of hand, they're going to do that. I don't think we're going to get Duke. I don't think we're going to get Duke showing up with the stars and stripes on his face and an M16 in a fucking helicopter shooting up a hospital. I don't think we're going to get that. I don't think Netflix is going to go that hard because they got to tie too many things in for that. They don't have to, but there's no way Daredevil's beating him. Anyway, so, but back to what you were originally asking, Vanessa and Kingpin, I think that she's going to kill him or he's going to kill her, and then we have a new Kingpin of New York. That's where I think it goes.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to continuing to see where Wilson Fisk's conquest of the rest of New York goes for the rest of this episode. I mean, the rest of this show.
He's got it now. Now that we have a vigilante that had escaped justice, that's I forgot about this point. Now we have a vigilante that's escaped justice. He's already against vigilantes. That's where we're going to get the introduction of other vigilantes in New York. We're going to get. I believe we're supposed to get a unknown Spider-Man sighting somewhere because Fisk is going to say no more capes. He's got to do it. This is the storyline. Don't try to be too new age with the shit. Give us no more capes. We show Moon Knight. We can show everybody street level. No more capes in New York. No more Moon Knight, Spider-Man, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica, and you have damn near your Marvel Knight set up already. And you have them you do a big splash fight. Spider-Man swing. Tom Holland ain't got to do nothing but send in a fucking voice message that they could put on a CGI suit that swings by, kicks a guy off screen, and going about his fucking business. That's all I'm asking for. Like, we're in New York. You mentioned them. Make it happen. So
I think this is where we get the rest of the Defenders showing up. I think because this is so closely tied to the Netflix series, I think we may get appearances from everyone else. It's been speculated that everyone else has shot stuff for it. I know Kristen Ritter was seen. I know Mike Coulter has been seen. I don't know about Finn because I never was able to even get into Iron Fist season 2 because Finn is just so. Anyway, but yeah, I think that's where we'll get like some of them. I don't know if we'll get any bigger heroes, but also, you know what I mean? Disney Plus could surprise us as far as it goes. You know what I mean? They surprised me. Like, again, She-Hulk was a little bit surprising in some of the stuff that they showed in that. So, I mean, I'm hoping that we get some bigger reveals. But I mean, yeah, like I'm very intrigued to see where this show is going for the rest of the season.
I'm intrigued to see, but I need to see wanton destruction in a big, massive fight live action. But I am slightly sated right now because Invincible was amazing this week. Oh my God. We finally had the introduction of Conquest. I know everybody's waiting for Thrag. It's going to come in about 2 years, or the way Amazon does it, 3 years. Where everybody's waiting for Freddie Mercury to show up. Yeah. We got Conquest. And he applied so much pressure to Mark. And we finally get to see Mark digging into his, I don't give a fuck, I'm going to win roots. For those who don't know what we're talking about, Invincible is, of course, the comic from Image Comics where Superman basically essentially comes to Earth, has a son, and raises him up. His son gets powers, and he kicks his ass. So the memes you've seen, if it's your first time watching the show or first time hearing about it, it's where Superman basically almost kills his son, leaves Earth, and there's actually an empire of Kryptonians out there that are coming to take over the world. This was the first foray into having a Viltrumite, a full-blooded Viltrumite that wasn't trying to fuck him, that shows up to Earth and shows Mark what we're really about. The fight between Mark and his dad, Nolan, it pales in comparison to what we just saw. It makes it seem like, oh, he was going easy on you. And we got glimpses of that through season 1 that Nolan was holding back when he went into the other dimension and killed all the aliens and like literally zipped around. Like, oh, they're showing the full breadth and power of Viltrumites. They are Kryptonian level threats. I'm sorry, I'm gushing because it's my favorite comic book of all time. What were your thoughts and feelings, and what were you guys' thoughts and feelings about episode? What was this? 8, the series season finale of episode 8.
I now have met who I want to become when I become an old man. Like I want to be like Conquest when I get old, just crotchety, old, and strong for no fucking reason. No, but seriously, I thought this was an amazing episode. I'm trying to get into, like, I'm trying to catch up with reading, but it's damn near impossible because it's so much reading that I have to do. Yeah, like I see that Cam said something about in the comments about that monologue that Conquest gave. That is one of the creepiest, most depressing, most just like I actually just had a conversation with somebody about it earlier today, and they were just like, "Man, why would he give a speech like that in the middle of a fight?" I was like, "Oh, you don't get it." Like, so what you got to understand is his people are terrified of him because all he does is destroy and conquer, and they fear him. And the only people that he feels a connection to are those whom he is tasked to destroy and kill. So essentially, in Conquest eyes, he was being vulnerable with a friend who he was killing. And like that's the only those are the only people he can make connections with. I was like, yo, this is disturbing, but I love it.
He snapped for a second and he snapped back and said, "Take it to your grave." Like, yo, like like it was so amazing. Yes. That was like Jeffrey Dean Morgan showed up and showed his ass for this episode because and if you read the comic, Conquest does say some shit like this along the line. He doesn't go into that monologue. I'm pretty sure that was all Jeffrey Dean Morgan. That was all him. But Conquest does. He's a very boisterous. Like, yeah, I'm not here to make you change. Like, this is my opportunity to cut loose. I don't never get to do this. I'm gonna have some fun. Fuck you. Like he's definitely showed up and did what he's gonna do. The moment that I knew things were gonna pick up was when Mark had knocked him into orbit. And he's just waiting. And he blew a blood bubble and it cut into a heart and flicked it at him. Like, oh, this is about to get like, yo, this is about to get down.
Trey, I'm sorry. When he smacked Oliver, I left up out my seat. I said, "Oh no! Oh, that is how you discipline a child."
Oliver was trying like it, and he could have snapped Oliver, but he was sadistic. And we're not. Well, I'll make sure we clarify everything. We're not enjoying the sadomasochist or sadistic version of him that he is. No, he's a bad guy. I would not want to see that fucker in real life. I want him dead.
Right.
But the way they brought this character to life from the page is what I think is awesome. Him having Oliver over his head and talking through the process of ripping him apart in half while he's still alive. That is some like that's not his first time doing that.
He's not.
Done that very thing.
So I kind of like the way that he was describing it and how in detail what he was going to. It's almost like a chef who's done a recipe 1,200 times. You know what I mean? It's like yo, you're breaking this down way too much. Like, are you what type of scientist are you, sir? You're terrifying. Also, I love the irony of Glenn getting revenge on Negan, but this time in the cartoon phase. Yeah, I looked at it, and I had the Leonardo DiCaprio from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I was like, ooh, it's the thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, but like no man, like I feel almost sad that I actually didn't read Invincible before I saw the show, and like. I'm like, damn, man, what have I been missing? I missed out on some really good shit. But I love every bit of this. I need season 4 to go ahead and stream that tomorrow, please.
I need it in my veins. I need it now because there's no, like now I have nothing to look forward to. I have nothing, and they better not give me some bullshit like, oh, it has been green. No. You need to give me my 10 seasons. It's 100. I think it's 150 issues. We need to get 10 seasons out of this. It writes its own checks. It is a good product. Robert Kirkman he got in the kitchen. He put his foot in the fucking pot. Not his pinky toe, not his big toe, his whole fucking foot in the pot when it comes to this fucking comic. So the way they're doing it and they're changing now, I'm gonna save that for later. The way they're changing some things, I can live with it. Yes, I know Cam's probably gonna pop up somewhere and be like, "Oh my God, Trey's okay with this?" Yes, I'm okay with it. They can make certain changes with things, yes. But just make it happen because I'm scared that people will they'll forget about it, because that's what happens. Like even with my oldest Trey, he's like, oh wait, that still comes on? Like, yeah, what the hell are you mean? Just so you can tell. I know, nigga, you don't watch my shows. Anyway, um he was like, oh, I forgot how good this was. Cause you don't fucking pay attention. What's the goddamn shit? But there's so many people out there who will be like, oh, I forgot about it, because they take so long in between it. I know it ain't gonna really change nothing, but I'm just praying. Like, Amazon, put this forward. Make this thing happen faster, because we need this whole 10 and we will watch this shit multiple. You know how many times I watched that episode?
I'm guessing. Well, it came out on Thursday, so I'm guessing at least 4 or 5 times.
I have okay. For legal purposes, I haven't watched it on my way to work, but I did have it playing in the background on my on my dashboard mount. Like, it's that good to me. Like, this was mwah. And then we got the wrapping up at the end of the episode. So, for those of you who didn't know by now, he does defeat Conquest, because there's 150 issues. So yeah, he keeps going. Let me ask you this: how do you feel about Cecil's decision to keep Conquest alive?
I love Cecil, but sometimes he annoys the shit out of me. But like, I get it. I understand why. You know what I mean? And just like I understand why D.A. Sinclair is doing what he's doing, and why, like, you know, when if you can reform a bad guy and make them of service, I get it. But sometimes it's just like, sometimes we're playing with nuclear fission here. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's so untested. And even like, Viltrumites are so powerful that, like, even I'm about to do a 180 on something that I've like, something like, things that are this powerful, and especially when they're motivated the way Viltrumites are motivated, there is no reforming. You can't turn them around. Like, you can't stop them. You can't get them on your side. You just got to put them the fuck down. And that's like, I feel like this is a very, very, like, I don't know what's coming. Again, I haven't read that far ahead. So this just screams to me like Conquest is going to fuck some shit. Like, he's going to heal and he's going to fuck some shit up even more. So, I mean, yeah, I'm just, and again, I've seen the pictures of Thrag already, and I know what happens to my beloved Battle Beast, which, again, I'm still very, very sad about.
But I'm telling you now, that fight is what needs to be animated. That fight needs to be an episode onto its own self. Because for an entire I think it was like 2 issues, they were fighting in the background while other stuff was going on, and it was brutal. Well, you think the Conquest fight was brutal? We need that shit to be that times 10. Checking the comments over on YouTube, and I ain't looked at John in a minute. Let's see. I don't think this was Frank. Sorry. Last monologue. Okay. Mark left alive. He was holding back. Facts. And that's another thing. Conquest could have killed him from the beginning. He could have took. If y'all haven't noticed by now, Viltrumite's hands are like blades. They take people's heads off. They cut people in half. He could have easily ended Mark. Anyway, so are you okay? You are okay with changes as long as it's good? Didn't I say that he was gonna pop up and say some shit? I knew he was gonna say some shit. Viltrumites just need love and affection. Facts, but stop spoiling shit. Yeah, it's. I think that. Damn, I lost my train of thought that quick. But no, it's just, I'm still just in awe of how good this fucking show is. And okay, that's what I was wrapping up the show. Back to DA Sinclair. No. Rewinding back. Cecil. So I wholeheartedly agree with what he did. And it's only not from the stance that, like, if I was him and I had the knowledge that he has as far as where they are in the story right now, I would think the same thing. Okay, we know that certain plasmas can hurt them. We know that hypersonic sounds can hurt them. If we blow him the fuck up, we're good. We know Mark's upper limit. We've increased that upper limit. Like, he mathed the fuck out of it. And he thinks that he's in the right place, but also he's thinking, this guy just trashed the most powerful person on the planet. I can't let this viable meat body go to waste. So I'm gonna have Sinclair, as soon as he finishes practicing on the marks, I'm gonna have him make one out of this one. So, and that's not spoiling anything. That's not revealing anything. That's just, if I was Cecil and that in the Invincible universe, that's why I agree with him. Like, yes, he's still alive. No, I'm gonna lie to Mark. Mark's been wrong about a lot of shit this whole time, and Mark's been a whiny little bitch. If he was a little bit older, he might understand that, okay, I probably should get along and make things work because, I know for a fact my dad's people are coming and we got to prepare this whole fucking planet. We need to get everybody together. Oh, you got some strength? We need to all work out together. We need to get some shit up because we got to fight. So
now, that I will completely agree with you on. I wish Mark would get his head out of his ass, but Mark is essentially like a teenager in Arrested Development. You know what I mean? Like his brain it's like his brain is developing way slower than his body is because I would have got with Cecil and been like, all right, we training everywhere, nigga. Like we're teleporting to Mars and I'm gonna figure out how to lift this planet. We're doing all that. Damn it, now I lost my train of thought. Fuck it.
It's okay. It's a good show, people. Go watch the show. Please support it. I know we're supposed to be boycotting Amazon because of Bezos. I know. And this is the only thing I'm doing. Like, no, I did order something recently from Amazon. Yeah, anyway. I got a new phone. I had to get a case. I wasn't paying $30 for a case. I'm paying 10. So yeah, no, we're supposed to be boycotting Amazon. Fuck it. Watch the show.
Also, Jack Reacher is amazing. Like, watch Jack Reacher.
Watch that. I think I watched like the first episodes of the first season. I fell off. I do need to get back into it because I need him. I need him as Batman. I need him to be absolute Batman in the new DC. And James Gunn, pick him.
So this is what I'll say. Mix Ben Affleck's The Accountant with Moon Knight, and you have Jack Reacher. Like that's what's happening right now. This motherfucker is just a big unstoppable killing machine. Like,
I need it. I'm all for it. Cam says Viltrumites just need a good pet. Yeah, you go ahead and pet him if you want to. Anyway, we're gonna leave it alone. But that is pretty much all we got for you guys this week. It's been a great show. We've had a great convo. Thank you guys for joining in. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe, and come check us out. We're gonna try to do this. We was on time today. We was on time, and we came in. So don't say shit. He'd make a better U.S. agent. We already have a U.S. agent. We got a John Walker. We're good. No, he's good. Unless you mean Guardian over on DC. Anyway, we'll have a conversation later about that. We got a Discord, we got Instagram. Make sure you like our stuff, share our stuff, join us in the conversations. We do watch-alongs with ain't nobody chumming. That's another thing. I know who the fuck Axion is. Okay, Horace? I know exactly who that is. The vignette from SmackDown was definitely not him, and he's going to be in the ring later with Gunther. Anyway, speaking of which, we have a Discord where we do watch-alongs for Monday Night Raw. As soon as I can get it, NXT, because I could not fucking find it anywhere. He did give me a site. Shout out to you, homie. Thank you for that. SmackDown, and you would also do pay-per-views. Sometimes we'll do live where you'll see us, but more than likely it's just a quick text chat. We ain't there yet. We gonna figure it out. But come join us so we can have these conversations with a wider audience. Anything you want to put up there?
No, you hit it all. We also got a Twitch. Subscribe to our Twitch because that's normally where we'll go live and do our watch-alongs for pay-per-views or PLEs or whatever. So, yep.
All right, guys. So we'll catch you guys next week, Saturday, 5:00, right here on the Gamma Blerds YouTube channel. And yeah, that's it.